Hello, my beloveds. Welcome to a new episode of the Reverend Chris Q&A video blog, where I answer your questions from folks in the church. This week, though, I want to start with, we just had an election, didn't we? I know there's a lot of disappointment over the way the election went in our home state. We did have some victories in local ballot initiatives that will help to build the beloved community. And in school board elections throughout the state, we were able to often keep people who would have, for instance, banned books off of those school boards. The national election picture was mixed also, though it didn't go the way that many pundits predicted. Still, we have a lot of uncertainty. As of the making of this video, we do not know which party will control the House of Representatives or the U.S. Senate. So I know there's a lot of uncertainty. I know there is at least a certain level of disappointment. And I know there are folks among us who have experienced oppression and marginalization who may be feeling fear right now because of the political environment in which we find ourselves. I am one of those folks. I take comfort in being a part of a religion, a faith that supports me, that is in solidarity with me. If you're feeling that way, know that I and so many others support you and are in solidarity with you. I am so moved by how so many of you put so much work into our UU the Vote effort, registering people to vote, encouraging people to go to the polls and vote. You did bring our religious values into the public arena. I am so proud of you. Now, the election did bring up some questions around what is the proper role of our faith in the political arena, as well as what may we do legally and what may we not do because of our nonprofit status. Our great UU theologian, James Luther Adams, once said, "A purely spiritual religion is a purely spurious religion." Now, by that, he didn't mean that our spiritual practices, whether individually or together here at the church, are not vital and important. He just meant if they don't drive us out into our world to build the beloved community, we're not living out the fullness of our spirituality, our faith. And building the beloved community builds our faith, enhances our spirituality. So the two go together. Now, as far as what we may do legally, we may educate and even advocate our values on political issues, even with legislators and politicians. We may not support a specific politician in an election, nor a specific political party. We can invite politicians or parties to use our facilities, for instance, for public meetings. But if we do that, we have to offer it to all of the politicians in a particular election, or both of the political parties, or however many political parties there might be. So that can get a little complicated. What we can do, and what some UU churches have done, is, for instance, to hold a political forum where we invite all the candidates in a particular race to answer questions about issues that are important to us and that affect our religious values. Now, the IRS also says that we may not spend a substantial part of our time or our budget on lobbying that they define as meeting one-on-one with legislators about specific proposed legislation. Now, the way they define what is a substantial part of our time is a little bit vague, but I can assure you that right now we do not come anywhere close to spending a substantial part of our time on lobbying, although we have done it from time to time. The IRS is more specific about what part of our budget we can spend on what they define as lobbying, but again, I can assure you that we come nowhere close to that. So I hope that helps. Again, I am so proud of the efforts that so many of you made. Way to go. See you next time.